All right, we are back for the West Coast Swing Unreleased. This is number 7, Lucky 7. Boy, are we lucky because we've got two of the best pool players in the world going at it right now. This is Jayson Shaw versus Dennis ORCOLLO. Jayson Eagle Eye versus Dennis RoboCop ORCOLLO. Also called the Money Game King. Dennis ORCOLLO has been on the scene since 2006, and he came to the United States and started taking titles since then in Northern California at Hard Times Billiards, Reno, the U.S. Bar Table Championship. He had an amazing first year in the United States, and he is playing the Scottish pool player, Jayson Shaw, who has a little less experience than Dennis ORCOLLO does. But no doubt about it, you're going to see some great pool by both players. Jayson Eagle Eye Shaw has represented the Moscone Cup the last 3 years, 2016, 17, and 18. He's represented Team Europe, and he really is a superstar. I mean, his resume is pretty long, considering that he hasn't been on the scene as long as Dennis ORCOLLO is. But both these guys, you know, on any given day, you just don't know what they're going to come out with, and you know you're going to get top-notch pool from either player. So here we go. Dennis already picking apart the first rack. He's got a good layout. This is race to 9. This was also a third-round match on the winner's side of the West Coast Challenge event that took place last year. That's what we're watching right now. This match was pre-recorded in July of 2018 without commentary. So I'm here October 1st, 2019, dubbing some commentary for you guys. Can you believe it's already October? Wow. Now, the Jeffrey DeLuna and James Arenas match that we watched prior to this was pretty damn good. And it's hard to believe that it can get better from there, but it can. We're watching it right now. Dennis is a very decisive pool player when it comes to rotation, like 10-ball and 9-ball games. He plays basically perfect patterns. His shot making is a huge, very high percentage. And I mean, I can only say the same about Jayson Shaw. These guys get on the right side of the ball 99% of the time. You know, it's just amazing to watch these guys. And there you go. Dennis is already going to strike first here in this race to 9. It's hard to even believe that Jayson gets to come to the table, but he will, trust me. We'll have to find some spectators for those chairs over there. It's hard to believe that we don't have more. Where's Bob Young? Where's Combo Bob? I guess Combo Bob had to maybe take a leak or something. He maybe nature was calling. So here we go. And there, look at the bottom balls there. 2, 5, 4, 3. Once again, everything very premeditated about this game for Dennis. And the 2 wing balls go round table and track toward their corner pockets as planned. The 8-ball tracked to the side pocket, which was right under the 1-ball as planned. He's got a shot on the 1. The 6 and the 7, they don't look too good. But if anybody can pick this rack apart, I know Dennis can, or Jayson, if Dennis does relinquish the table to Jayson. Hope you guys have been enjoying this unreleased series from POVPOOL, recorded last year at the West Coast Challenge 10-ball event that took place at California Billiards. We still have a few more matches to come through Friday, and then I'll be streaming live at Hard Times Billiards for their monthly 1-pocket and 9-ball tournaments. And then on Monday and Tuesday, I will resume with the POV Unreleased series. When we have finished that series, I will be live streaming a couple of matches. One of them is just really a, kind of an undercard match. Trust me, it's myself versus Mike Leahy playing action, playing a little 10-ball action on this table, and then followed by that match, I'll be restreaming the Shane Van Boning versus Tony Chohan action match that took place here in 2017. Everybody's been wanting to watch that match. All right, so here we go. A safety battle now ensues. And I'm guessing Dennis might kick at the 4. I don't know if he called the pocket or not, the side pocket. No, he didn't. He decided to bank the 4. Oh my goodness, he had room to bank it. That's really hard to do from the rail like that. And I'm guessing maybe the 6-ball actually goes to the side. So if he can, I don't know if he can play for a bank. I think that's what he just did. He looked like he wants to play for a bank after this 5-ball goes down. He has perfect angle to bank the 5. Now, how's he going to manage the 7-ball? It should come off the rail and out to the middle of the table. Let's hope. And maybe he'll hit this with enough speed to bring his cue ball up and down table, or down and up table for shape on the 7. Let's see how he plays this. He might just play at pocket speed. Okay, well, he played that very well, and he was able to control the trajectory of the 7-ball and get perfect shape on the 7. No stopping Dennis right now. And that was beautiful. That was really good. So we've seen Jayson Shaw for probably 12 seconds so far. And in less than 10 minutes, Dennis is up 2-0. And I just want to remind you guys that California Billiards is still in business. You can go there today. You can go to their website, CaliforniaBilliards.com, and they have monthly tournaments every every third Saturday and Sunday. It's one pocket and 9-ball. They also have a one pocket league. Definitely get a hold of California Billiards. Get in touch with them and find out more about their activities there. Over 10,000 square feet of space to have your event. All right, so the 9 goes to the corner. And I don't know if he's going to try this. The 8-ball looks like it covers the corner pocket. Otherwise, I would assume he'd just bank this in. That's about how good he banks. But is he going to try to bank this long and play it off the 8? I'm not sure. It might just be better to play a safety. He could also play the cue ball 2 or 3 rails around and behind the 7-10 ball. I actually like that shot a lot, but I don't think he's looking at that. He did play safe, and he used the 2 ball, kept it simple. So here comes Jayson. Remember, guys, this is call pocket, so no luck here. So he has to call a pocket, or he's not, or calls no pocket. Basically, calls a safety, but he has to call a pocket because if he makes anything accidentally, Dennis has the option to give the shot back to him, depending on where the balls end up. Usually when they just don't call anything, it means, you know, they don't intend to make a ball anywhere. But look at this. Okay. I don't think he even called that pocket. That's why I personally feel like it's important to call some kind of a pocket when you're going to do that. But anyway, here comes Dennis again. You know, oh, he wanted to go rail first, and so that's changed everything. It went rail first, but the wrong rail. He's calling the side. He's going to try to one rail kick this 2 in the side pocket. Very low percentage shot. I think he's playing more cue ball. He wants to bring his cue ball back down to this area of the table that he's shooting from. All right, well, okay, here we go. Jayson's first open shot. She goes, and he got bump shape off the 10. I'm sure he controlled that. He knew that he was going to be hitting the 10 ball there. He's going to be hitting. Looks like he's going to hit the 6 a little. Yeah, he did. Still perfect on the 4. I can imagine when Jayson started playing American pool, it must have been very easy for him because he's a world black ball champion, and black ball is played on smaller tables, but with much smaller balls and much smaller pockets, and the pockets are also rounded. It's a much different game, but it requires a lot of accuracy. You know, you're not really cheating any pockets in black ball. And you know, you come to an American pool table like this, which is you know, 4.5 by 9, and it's like a whole new world. I mean, the table's bigger, but you've got more pocket to shoot at. So Jayson has taken to the game very well and very quickly since we saw him in the United States. I think it was back in maybe 2014. He actually appeared at the Hard Times 10-ball tournament, and he was also in the finals with Dennis ORCOLLO, and Dennis ran a 6-pack on him in that match, and that was recorded by POVPOOL. You can actually look that up. Jayson Shaw versus Dennis ORCOLLO. We had Jay Helfert and Billy and Cardona were commentating, and Dennis ran 6 racks and out. And did he run out? No, it was like, no, it wasn't 6 and out. Jayson, it was like by the time Jayson came to the table, it was like 9-2. That was a great match. And actually, I think it was a 9-ball tournament too. Yeah, it was a 9-ball tournament. A lot of controversy behind that particular match. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'll let you guys do the rest. So dry break is no good for Jayson, and here comes Dennis now. He made a combo here, 1 and 4, I believe he just made. And he's going to try to come back down table for the 2 here. Yeah, I think he was a little worried about the scratch down at the right-hand corner. He's also at an awkward angle here. I think he might have to force follow this shot. He's got no other way to play the cue ball because he's on the rail. So that's about as good as you can get from where he had the cue ball. Well, I think he'll play this combo. You have to be careful not to move the 3 up past the side. Okay, no, he's just going to play for the corner. That was a good shot. So he put a little follow on the cue ball, and he manufactured his next shot using the 7. These guys make it look so easy, but a lot of what you're seeing, this is only a genius can do it. These guys are total geniuses at the pool table. Usually the only thing stopping these guys is a bad break or a bad roll or a skid, sometimes a miscue, but outside of that, you usually don't see these guys miss. So he's just gonna miss the 10 ball. I believe he'll miss the 10 ball. Shooting this 6, he won't hit the 10, I don't think. And he's perfect on the 8. Jayson concedes and says, go ahead. So 3-0, 3-1. Precisely the same position he's broken from the last 2 times, and almost a mirror image break with at least one of the corner balls tracking around table to their corner pockets. So he made the 2. The 3 ball is going to be next. This is going to be tough. I don't know how he's going to get to the 4 here. You might think he could push forward and play for the 4 ball in maybe the right-hand side pocket, but the 7 ball, ball's in the way, which means he has to bring that cue ball all near the rail, near the bottom rail, top rail. I'll be very surprised to see him have a shot on the 4 here, a legitimate shot on the 4. He might be able to go around table. Wow. Wow, he used a lot of spin, a lot of right-hand spin, and he managed to just bring the cue ball, the 3 ball, straight in the pocket and still spin the cue ball off that rail. That's not an easy shot. That's requires a lot of it's called reverse English. And he was also lucky not to scratch in the corner there. And a miss. It's always the way, isn't it? We do all the hard work, and then when it comes to the easier shots, we fumble. So, even these guys miss once in a while. Let's see what Jayson can do here now. His second opportunity to really do something, and that's no good. He's stuck behind the 6. No jump cues allowed. You've got to use a full-length cue to jump with. So I'm really wondering how he's going to do this. I'm not sure if you can jump this shot with a full cue. I bet Jayson's hating this rule right now. Well, here he goes. He's going to try and play this shot. Don't try this at home, guys. Yeah, I didn't think so. That was a tall order. It's a tall order. So Dennis just has to clear these, and he'll be up 4-1. He's a lot flatter on the 6 than he was on the 3, so now he can just draw right back for the 7 in the corner. Got a good angle to come back down for the 8 in the same pocket as the 6. That's good. 4 games to 1 in just under 26 minutes, folks. Race to 9. Three, 4, 7, 2. Interesting. I don't think I've seen the 7 ball on that bottom row of balls in a long time. So here we go. Almost the same, exactly the same position as the other breaks. Nine to the side. We're starting to get used to seeing that happen. But unfortunately, he's hooked on the 1 ball here. So I'm guessing he'll push. Yep, he's pushing. Push to the rail. He left it about 1.5 inches off the rail, so Jayson almost 100% will go for this. I mean, he'll either go for it or he'll play a safety of some kind. He needs to play a good shot, though, here, no matter what, whether it's a safety or an attempt here, because he's down, and he's not going to be able to let this slide for much longer. Got to stop the bleeding, they say. So he called the corner. Dennis's plan worked. I mean, I don't think he had to go for it. He actually could have. I think he could have played a safety where, you leave the cue ball where it is, kind of. But you hit the 1 ball a little differently. Maybe between the 5 and between the 10 and the 6. And you bank it halfway up table, and you play a safety that way, kind of like side to side on the 1 ball, cue ball. Use the 3, 10, 6 as blockers. So Dennis plays this rail first, and you know what? That's a really good shot, because the speed at which he had to play that shot, you really have to be precise, because it's so easy to overroll those shots and scratch, and also, just under roll, hit it too soft. But most of the time, when you hit a shot rail first like that, you have a tendency to hit it too hard. What happens is when it hits the rail, it catches what you call running English. And then when it hits the ball, it catches even more running English. So the spin makes the ball take off. So although you can hit that ball very softly, you get quite a lot of roll out of the cue ball when you play rail first. So keep that in mind for the future, folks, when you're practicing, when you're playing. Well, I don't see Dennis missing from here. This looks pretty straightforward now. I think I saw Dennis play a race to 9 in 13 minutes. He beat this guy like 9-1, and it was on this table. I mean, I was just astonished at how fast and it was just after he played a one-pocket match too. It was pretty amazing to watch him do that. A match which was also recorded on POVPOOL. Trying to find that match actually, because I will tell you about it. You can look at it yourselves, and you'll be blown away at how fast he played this match. Well, I'm not sure Dennis can make this one. I mean, the 2-ball covers it, so. Maybe he can play it rail first. Let's see if he can pull that off. That's what he's doing. He's playing it rail first. Wow. This guy's unstoppable, man. I mean, it's a little scary, you know, like when you watch him play like this, you can only hope you don't draw him in a tournament. You know what I mean? But actually, you know, people will draw him in a tournament and be like, yeah, I got Dennis. But I've seen other players go, oh no, I gotta play Dennis. Well, I suppose if you want to beat Jayson Shaw, you just got to keep him seated. 6-1. And I mean, the way Dennis is breaking, I don't even think Jayson has a chance from here. I mean, he can only hope that there's some kind of a bad break from Dennis. Okay, yeah, it was Jayson Shaw. I mean, it was Dennis ORCOLLO versus Alex Mason. That was the match from 2016. I'm sure Alex is not going to be happy that I mentioned this. Oh, wait a minute. Did I even post it to... that's interesting. I don't even know if I ever posted it to YouTube. I might have to do another Unreleased. Yes, it was posted. And all right, it wasn't 13 minutes. It was 34 minutes. It was 34 minutes. If you take a look at this match, though, so far it's 37 minutes long. And it's already 6-1. I think Dennis was calling the 5 ball there. So I think Jayson might call the 5. It's not that difficult for him to. The only challenge here is to get shape on the 1 ball after you make the 5. So you just bank the 1 up table. I think if you play that pocket speed, you should get a shot on the 1 to the same corner. But he's got to be careful he doesn't hook himself behind the 3 or even the 9 ball. So he called the 5. And he gave it a little. Okay, so he made the 9 as well, but that's okay because the ball, the original ball that he nominated, went in. So if 5 goes in, as he called it, then it doesn't matter if any other balls go in. So here we go. This is a break for Jayson. This is a real break for him. You know, he's had a couple of chances already in this match. He hasn't done much with his opportunities, but you know, this would be a quick win for him this game. And really, you know, when it comes to guys like these, being down 4 games is not the end of the world. There's still enough. This match is long enough to you'll still have a swing, a score swing in this match, to where Jayson can actually catch up and win. Got to turn my ringer off. Apologize, guys. So Jayson now has 2. So let's check out the Eagle Eyes break. Broke dry the last time, I think. And Dennis played a combination to run out. I think at this time during this tournament, Jayson Shaw was sponsored by Mayuchi Cues, but I think now he's sponsored by Perry Cues. I hope he's got a JB case for that Perry Cue. All right, looks like he took a page from Dennis's book and he made the 9 on the side. I don't know how, like, what their rapport is with each other, Jayson and Dennis. I don't know. I'm not really sure if they're, you know, sort of like rivals in general. Jayson, in my opinion, I think the gloves come off whenever Doesn't matter who he plays. I think Jayson kind of has the outlook that whenever he's playing somebody, he's of the mental state where, this guy is my enemy. I want to beat him, and I'm better than him, and I'm going to prove it. And that's the kind of vibe that I get from Jayson Shaw, and I also feel the same way about Dennis. I know that Dennis typically has no mercy when it comes to any opponent, even if it's an easy player. You won't see Dennis give any chances to anybody or be nice to somebody or stall, as they say. You know what I mean? Like so. So I think both of these guys, all personal stuff aside, I don't even think that's a factor between these guys. I'm sure they like each other, but at the table, I know this is a different story. Jayson, I think, he plays the table more than anything else. He likes to find, that special place where you can kind of go into a bit of a trance and just run 4 or 5 racks in a row. I think he gets a little high off of that, There's a natural high, an endorphin high from being able to do that. And I feel that Jayson, he really feeds off the crowd when he's playing well. We've seen it before in many events that he's played, especially Moscone Cup events. So you may hear a couple of yells from him if he plays well here. Oh, I'm sorry. The Alex Mason match was actually a race to 11, so it took him 34 minutes to win a race to 11, and he won the race 11-0. So 11 racks in 34 minutes. Just over 3 minutes a rack, playing 10 ball. He's looking good now. little off angle here, but he'll just follow here for the 9 in the same pocket or in the opposite. There you go. It's looking pretty routine now. That's why they call him the Eagle Eye. Racking him up pretty quickly. 5-6. Just a reminder to you guys to check out weststatebilliards.com, weststatebilliards.com. Football fields of equipment for your game room. Everything from, poker tables, air hockey, shuffleboard, foosball, pool tables, pool cues, pool balls, Simonis cloth, everything you need for your game room at West State Billiards. Check out weststatebilliards.com today. Also at their location in Fullerton, California, West State Billiards, every second and third Saturday of the month, Robin Dodson does a clinic for pool lessons, and they regularly get between 10 and 30 people there, and it's free. To go on. So go on down to West State Billiards in Fullerton, California, or you can go to weststatebilliards.com and you can go to their contact page and find out more about Robin Dodson. And I think also Coker goes in there and does some lessons too. So definitely send them an email or go to their contact page at weststatebilliards.com. Check out the free clinic with the Hall of Famer, Robin Dodson, Robin Bell. All right, so Jayson's looking at this 6 ball here. Uh-oh, a miscue. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That is going to hurt. And he's stunned. He's still standing there. Kind of like now he's scratching his head, wondering what the heck. Too much of that California sunshine, huh? Made him a little tired. Well, this is no gimme here. Dennis is looking at this table right now. He's probably thinking, 3-9 combo is not that easy. I think the 9 ball is a little off angle here. So, if you play this shot, you're kind of like, tempting fate because there is a chance it won't go. It's not a gimme. You're gonna have to earn it. And then he's going to need a shot on the 3 after the 9 goes in. So I don't know what he's doing here. Where'd our players go? Come on now. All right, here we go. There's a chance, a very, very big chance here that he might just play safe. Did he call the 9? Was that a gesture to call the 9 ball? No, I don't think so. Oh, that ball went right in. Okay, well, how do you play the 6 though? That's the question. I'm so sorry, guys. I thought the 3 did not go. Very difficult camera angle here for us to see the, you know, the return angles on all these shots here. So he'll play this, he's going to play a breakout, I think. Unless he's going to manufacture, is he going to play a bank again, where he played on the first rack? Because he could spin down table and spin out and theoretically break out the 9-6. It has to be done right though, because you're breaking out a ball by using the ball above it. So you need to hit it a little speed if you want to do this right. And speed is always a danger. I don't know if he can hold the cue ball enough to set up for the bank. We'll see how he does it. Okay, so he, instead of holding, he went up and down and up table. So now he kind of has, I think he's okay to bank this, no problem. He might have to shorten the angle by stiffing it a little bit. In other words, hitting it a little harder. He's looking at the shape that he possibly might get on the 7, depending on the speed that he uses. And that's the thing, is if he's going to have to stiff the ball, he will use speed. He played that perfectly. I swear I didn't think that 3 went to the side pocket. Miscue by Jayson Shaw. And he's got to pay the price now against Dennis Okoye, the money game king. "34 minutes, 11 racks" is 3 minutes and 9 seconds a rack. Another nice break. shot on the one, but this is difficult. You know, oftentimes when we break any 9-ball or 10-ball like rotation type game, sometimes the hardest shot is the first shot after the break, because you don't have control over where all the balls are going to go. So, you know, you've got to kind of take what the table gives you. And that's what makes these guys so good, is they're able to make decisions quickly. And, you know, they have put in so much time and effort into this sport that they see shots very quickly. And they're able to develop patterns just by quickly, you know, kind of like glancing at the table and seeing what's there. Dennis does it with, you know, and so does Jayson Shaw, by the way, but he's shooting really well. I mean, both of those guys, these are, seriously, you know, for those of you who don't know who these players are, they are two of the best players in the world. Probably, in my opinion, in the top 12, top 1 dozen. Top 1 dozen players in the world for 10-ball or 9-ball. These guys have, they've already made every mistake. I mean, you and I, we always make every mistake, but we do this, we continue to make those same mistakes. These guys, they make mistakes, and there's like, look, how do I not make this mistake anymore? You know, like that's kind of like, you know, the difference between myself and these guys is they just know how to change, make adjustments to their game, to their speed. And that's what part of playing pool is being able to make adjustments to your fundamentals, to your form, to your stroke, being able to take criticism, and also learning from some of your mentors, you know, from some of the people that play better than you. If you can learn from them, then you know, you have potential. You're well on your way to making a difference in your game. You know, I used to play guitar, and we did the same thing when we were playing guitar with each other. You know, friends of mine, we would learn little guitar riffs from each other. You know, and that's kind of what we do in pool too. We learn from each other. We kind of you know, learn some of this by osmosis. We also learn from a lot of pain and suffering as well. It's usually from losing, where you don't want to lose anymore. Then you finally decide, you know what? I'm either not going to play this, or I'm going to get better. I am going to play. I'm going to play more, and I'm going to get better. And guys like Jayson Shaw, Dennis ORCOLLO, Shane Van Boning, you know, they have committed themselves to this sport for life. They're not going anywhere. I mean, these guys are signed on. You know, I wouldn't expect these guys to retire anytime soon, even in their 50s and 60s, because. You know, this is one of the most difficult sports in the world, and for them to know that they have come close to mastering it, it's too much to give up. I mean, it really is. unfortunately, this sport does take so much dedication, and I personally feel that these players deserve a lot more than what they've been, you know, earning in the past 10, 20, 30, hell, even 40 years, you know. You got the top 10 players in the world competing for less than $250,000 each year. You know, some players are fortunate enough to have some sponsors, which helps supplement their income. In fact, all of his top players, you know, they'd be crazy not to have some sponsors, but and also some admirers who help support them as well, independent supporters. But the sport of pool and billiards, it needs so much more support from the legitimate, the corporate sports world. And it's kind of like a mystery as to how to obtain it. But I think we are making baby steps towards a better future. And you know, my fingers are crossed for not only these players, but also for the industries that back them. And my fingers are crossed for you, the fans, who also have high hopes for these people. Because this is really one of the most beautiful sports that exist. It really is. It's one of the most difficult and one of the most beautiful. One of the most beautiful vocations one can pursue. To be able to play like this is really a special gift. So, all right, rant over. Dennis comes to the table with an open one ball. Come on, come get some of that corporate money. We're not asking for Microsoft money. But heck, we could use some of that Carl's Jr. money, some of that Subway money, a little bit of that Men's Warehouse money. Of course, these guys would have to wear Men's Warehouse, which that wouldn't be bad. I'd like to see that. In fact, remember the old days? The pool players used to wear like suits. Sport jackets, they called them back in the days. And I don't have any objection to that. I'm sure these players, they would rather wear the new sport, the dry fit, sublimated polos that are popular these days. But hell, if Men's Warehouse wants to step up, then why not? This guy's a genius at the game. He really is. I kind of feel bad for Jayson here because he hasn't really shown. We haven't seen enough of his game in this match, and to be honest with you, I've not recorded him against Dennis ORCOLLO in the best in the best of situations either. The last, like I said, I had him against Dennis in 2014, I think, and Dennis ran a 6-pack on him. So, I really love Jayson's game. Jayson won an event in 2017 with us, the Pro 10. And he had an amazing match with Alex Pagulayan. I believe it went hill-hill, raised to 13. Looks like Dennis from here. I'll take Dennis. Anybody want a side bet? All right. And there is the handshake. Jayson gives it up to him. And, they're going to discuss a couple things. But Jayson, incidentally, went off to the one-loss side in this event, and he went on to play Brandon Schuff, and he won against Brandon Schuff, and then went on to play Alex Pagulayan, and that will actually be episode number 9 of the West Coast Swing Unreleased. Our next match on the West Coast Swing Unreleased will be Dennis ORCOLLO versus Shane Van Boening from the winner's side. It was basically the match that happened right after this match. So better luck next time for Jayson Shaw. We'll get to see him in a couple of days. And I want to thank you guys for watching today. And, please keep supporting by hitting the thumbs up button. Keep supporting by hitting the subscribe. And please share this video to your social networks if you want to. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with episode or part 8 of West Coast Swing Unreleased, featuring Dennis ORCOLLO and Shane Van Boening. Thanks a lot, everybody, and keep loving pool.
What's his name?